After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake. As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dahna. To my home.
Alphen.
Naori.
Live for me.
No. Naori. No! Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shionne! Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking. Naori. Shionne. Damn it. Take this! Here! Sword Rain Alphen! Double Demon Fang! Sword Rain Alpha! Here! Here I come! You're finished! Megasonic Thrust! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fighter! Megasonic Thrust! Here I come! Take this! Pierce! Megasonic Thrust! Pierce! Take this! You're finished! Take this! Pierce! Megasonic Thrust! Pierce! No escape! Here I come! Megasonic Thrust! Pierce! Megasonic Thrust! Now! Here I come! You're mine! Double Demon Fang! It's on! You picked the wrong fight! Pierce! Here I come! Double Demon Fang! Sword Rain Alpha! Pierce! Megasonic Thrust! Sword Rain Alpha! Megasonic Thrust! Pierce! Sword Rain Alpha! Double Demon Fang! Sword Rain Alpha! Mirage! This isn't looking good.
Alphen?
Finwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Finwell, where are we?
Ganath Haros, Wolron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Voron's here, that means Shionne's close too, right?
Shionne? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
I think Huro senses an owl around here. Speaking of Thistlelim, it's populated by Dahnans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Dahnan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah.
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shionne.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dahna. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Dahnan?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the blazing sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the spirit channeling ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shionne. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shionne said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shionne I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shionne? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shionne Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dahna. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Sara.
Listen. What you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shionne? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shionne too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shionne's rescue? What do the others think?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renas Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shionne or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kinda my forte.
Come on, man, snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shionne.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shionne?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shionne's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shionne or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shionne. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shionne and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shionne, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shionne were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shionne must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going. What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shionne needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dahna and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Dahnans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dahna. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh? Back to the inn, I guess.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right. Great to have you back. Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people! If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the pain's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Zugo policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then. Watch this! Resonate with the eye. Swallow
Is
this!
it high? Just back it out again!
I'm ready!
You're mine!
Can't get
Now I'm in the groove!
It's almost too strong.
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest.
Not today! Now you see what I can do! Tornado drive! Talon hurricane! Can you take it?
Lightning condemned!
Rip and tear! Watch it! I'm ready! All yours, Kisara! The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
Rip and tear! Now I'm in the groove! Eagle drive! Can't get out of this!
Illuminate
Hurricane! Glimmer dragon! Catapult! I'm on it! Finish it! Take! Blow them away!
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, this limb kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Shionne comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Shionne, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dahna. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going. Thistleum was founded by Dahnans fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Dahnans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shionne?
Of course not. Shionne's our friend. Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shionne, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara. You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered could be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time for Elda Menancia Prime.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shionne? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renan like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shionne and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shionne is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a million times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shionne's okay.
I get why you're concerned.
Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shionne waiting.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false. Thunderblade!
Ah, what are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh, it's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah, but still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will...
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options. Let's grit our teeth and go.
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought.
Is it just me, or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though. There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almadria. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear, right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though, not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renan trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
I'll grind you into dust, Indian peg. I shall seal you where you stand.
This one's mine! I'll finish you here.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Watch this! Eagle's eye! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Eagle's eye! Shadow Demon! Prepare to be sealed! Eagle's eye! I'm ready!
Kisara, I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your run!
This calls for a celebratory drink.
What's this thing? I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feel real.
This one will be difficult to predict.
Can't get out of this!
Here's what mining I do!
It's all mine! Eagles! Now I bet that shell's hiding something tasty! Eagles! Now! Demons descend! Flashing bang! Easy!
Way to go!
Not today!
Leave the enemy's arms to me!
No complaints here! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Looks like we got them all.
No holding back.
This'll be a piece of cake. Watch this. Eagle fly.
Are those arms even natural?
Stop me.
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Too fast.
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Watch this. In a vine.
Dance in the
Eagle
wind!
fly.
Feel!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Thank you. Attack time.
Up and out! Let's go! Wait!
Down on the ground. Dragon shell. Dragon swarm. Eagle bikini.
Resonate with the earth.
Be still! Finish this! In an instant!
Impact block.
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not even half.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
Denied. Lightning water. Eagle fly. Dragon shell.
I'll give you before.
Swallow dance. That freaking does it. Swallow dance.
Here I come!
It's almost too strong.
Then split it open.
Be my guest!
Sleep now. Let's
There
get
you
you
go.
all sent away.
Feel like
Not
me.
today!
Yeah, appreciate the concern.
The sooner you stop thinking, the sooner you can start helping.
I mean, yes,
What
sir.
did I do?
I'm ready.
Look sharp!
Lightning tiger blade. See that?
That training's paying off! Be still!
Dragon
Stay
shield.
focused!
Can't get out of this!
Now!
Don't leave. Hey, blow them away.
We resonate in perfect harmony.
Glorious, harmonious melody of punching, etc., etc.
Come on, Law, not you too.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
What is this place?
Careful. We've got company.
Doesn't look like we're getting past without a fight.
Watch your feet. Fall from here and it's curtains.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way!
Save your breath. All that thing sees is a talking meal.
So let's show it how wrong it is! Is it trying to stop us?
Leave the party.
A thrilling performance.
Take Bolero.
Another weak spot!
Anything in armor is all mine.
With the earth!
Take Bolero. Dragon shell.
It was nice.
Not today! Wide open!
It won't escape me.
In here!
Hurricane
Get all tucked away!
Take Bolero. Now I'm in the groove.
It looks like you got this one covered!
Take Bolero.
Ready! Air! Its wings are lighting up!
It's getting ready to attack. Take Bolero.
Dance in the wind! Air
Such
thrust!
tremendous power.
Don't face it head on.
Begin!
Prepare to be seized.
Nice while it lasts. Can't get out of this!
I can handle it.
Benediction light.
Time to deal some hurt! Swallow blade!
Take one.
Watch this! Not today! I'll face you!
Take one.
There you go! Don't let out!
Now I'm in the groove! I'll face you! Talent
Work it hard! Dance in the wind!
Down on the ground!
Illuminate the sun! Magic is here! Holy wind!
Rip and tear! Lost my focus!
Illuminate the
Elusive
sun!
team!
Holy glimmer! Holy wind!
Rip and tear! Dragon Sword! All finishes showtime! Now you see what I can do! I'm just getting started! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Shine! Radiant Light! Do it! Force regeneration! Slot! Regeneration! Different from before!
It's about to come out! Look sharp!
Does it! Not today!
You must be tired of hearing.
They're not
I'm
playing
merely
around.
doing what I can. Glad you're on us.
Eagle Fly! No further!
Dance in the wind! Air
It's
thrust!
in your hands now.
You'll pay for that!
The most peculiar
Dance in
taste.
the wind!
Lightning
Please
Thrust!
now!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Rip it! Watch this! Eagle Fly!
Leave the charges to me.
Talent Hurricane!
Arctic waterfall!
Take
Freeze
Arrow!
blast! I can do this all day! Air thrust!
Take this!
Photon blast!
Dragon Sword! I can carve through armor! Swallow Dance!
Tempted
Shine! All finish you here and now! Swallow
In
Dance!
your deck, Doheny.
Then
Should
tonight's
have
meal
met
is on
with me.
you.
You got it. What to make?
I'll face you! Swallow Dance!
Benediction light.
Take Arrow! Heal!
The solidity of your movements is simply incredible.
I'll finish you here and now!
Benediction light.
Illuminate the dark!
Eagle Fly!
Holy glimmer! Holy wind!
Denied!
Oh, you alright?
In a bind? Yeah, I'll be okay.
Illuminate the dark! Come forth!
Rising Wyvern! Now you see what I can do! Regeneration! Regenerate! Double Demon Fang! Why thank you, your lordship.
And will you lay down your life for your lord?
Well, I mean, hey,
Whatever you're
let's not
doing
be
seems to
hasty.
work.
It's simple. Punch until I can't punch anymore.
I almost feel sorry for your opponent.
Elusive deity! I'm right behind you! Hitting pile driver! I'm just getting started! Elusive deity! Hitting pile driver! Eagle Fly! It was nice while it lasted!
Such unadulterated fury.
I'm ready! Not my fight! Stay away from my... friend!
Benediction light.
Sword Rain Alpha! Heal! Here we go again! Almost!
Confiscated!
Resonate with the hurricane! Stalagmite! Glimmer Dragon! Eagle's on a roll now! No further! Swallow Blade! This one's Eagle, watch this! It was nice while it lasted. Now you see what I can do! Heal! There you go! Feel like me again! I'm on a roll now! Being interrupted! Demon Fang! Regenerate! I'm ready! Take it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistle made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Shionne needs us.
How are we still not there yet? If feels like we've been climbing this mountain forever.
It helps if you try not to look up or down. All you need is silent determination. Talking too much will only waste energy and burn you out.
I'm too tired to look up or down, even if I wanted to.
Take care you don't fall, at least. Unless you want to make a Zoogel's day, that is.
Zoogles? Why would they care if I fell or not?
How would you feel if a 3-course meal fell right out of the sky at your feet?
Zoogle chow.
Law? Best not to listen to him if you can help it. You'll only be encouraging him if you do.
Tell me that before I listen next time.
Still, Tohalim has a point. One wrong step and it's curtains.
Wouldn't it be great if we could all fly like Hootle? I bet even the refugees who didn't make it would have made it to Thistleland that way.
Until we magically sprout wings. Let's just watch where we're stepping instead, okay? Come on. Shionne's waiting for us.
We did it. We've reached the top of the mountain.
About damn time. My knees are singing symphonies over here.
Look, there it is.
That's it. That's Pelegion, the seat of Volron's power.
So that's where Shionne's being held?
Most likely.
Most likely.
That is what I said, yes.
Pelegon's still our best lead. So that's where we go, right?
Any advice before we head in there?
No.
No?
In the ancient tongue, Ganath Haros means Fortress of Naught, though I fail to see what insight that nugget of trivia holds.
I guess I just thought you might have something we could use.
Since Volron became Lord, the only thing this realm has been known for is its shroud of secrecy. It is Volron's stronghold. All else is incidental. Just keep in mind that you can't be too careful inside.
Speaking of which, just how are all of us planning to get inside exactly?
It's not like there are any secret passages.
We've come this far. If there's no other way in, I guess we'll just have to use the front gate. Volron told us to come find him, which means he's expecting us. Let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Land of water or no, this place has a most curious atmosphere.
I sure hope nothing bad's happened to Shionne.
Keep those thoughts to yourself, Rinwell. Everyone's anxious enough as it is.
Sorry, it's just... I can't seem to stop thinking about it. What do you think it is that Volron wanted with her anyway?
Going by what he said back on Almadria's ship, it would appear his primary target is Alphen. Though, it's likely he hasn't forgotten the blow he sustained at Shionne's hand either. That might even be what ignited his interest.
Yeah, did you see the way he reacted? It was like he was enjoying every moment. Even his pain at Shionne's thorns. Oh, that guy's just creepy.
Let's just hope he's keeping his perverted tendencies in check.
What? Law? Don't say things like that.
It's not like we weren't all thinking it.
That's still no reason to...
All right, you two. Now that's enough already. Alphen shouldn't have to grit his teeth while he listens to you.
Oh.
Sorry.
I swear I've seen that castle somewhere.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomach ache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. See you guys tomorrow. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep.
I don't want Shionne to get mad at us for dragging our feet.
Alphen?
She's the one that's kept us on track. Picked me up when I was down.
Sure.
I just thought she'd always be there.
You guys want to rest here? Did we really just spend that much money?
We're almost there, guys. Don't let your guard down.
I'm excited just thinking.
Halt! Are you Alphen and his companions?
Why would you think that?
You are the only one scheduled to arrive, and there are no unscheduled arrivals in Ganath Haros. So I'll ask again, are you Alphen and his companions?
We are.
Then pass. Lord Volron is expecting you at Castle Delpharis.
Well, suppose it's rather nice of them to roll out the red carpet for us.
So we're supposed to meet him in there? What do we do now?
Let's see how things look around the city first. Then we'll make our way to the castle.
Not a slave in sight. Where is everyone? There aren't even any soldiers.
Something feels off. I don't like it.
Like the fact that the enemy could ambush us at any moment? Yeah, not crazy about that either.
No, not that. Something else.
That must be Volron's castle up ahead. I suppose we just walk right up to it then?
That's what the guard from before said. Now, if we only knew where they were keeping Shionne, we could try to...
That's it!
Hmm?
That weird feeling. It's not just that the city is empty. It feels like no one lives here at all.
Now that you mention it, it does feel strangely... artificial. Think maybe it's a district just for the Renans alone?
With all this open space? Seems unlikely.
Huh?
Hey! You guys! What's going on? What was that about? They were Dahnans, right?
That wasn't normal. Wait, you don't think it could have been the fruit of Helgen, do you?
No, they seem too docile. What about astral energy? Could you sense any coming from them?
No, and I'm pretty sure I could tell if it was. If not that, though, then what?
Speaking of which, it didn't look like there was anyone guarding them either.
They were headed for the castle. I have a bad feeling about those boats.
I get what you mean. It didn't feel like those folks are just commuting to work.
The waterway they're floating on appears to lead to Del Farra's castle. If we follow it, we may learn more about what's taking place here.
Man, this place gives me the creeps.
Law, your legs are shaking.
So, any ideas what the deal was with that boatload of weirdos?
Your guess is as good as mine. They looked like Dahnan slaves, but beyond that...
This city is grander and more beautiful than any other we've been to, yet...
I know what you mean. From the architecture right down to the people, something feels off somehow.
I've long maintained one can glean a lot about a ruler from their city. Considering how unsettling this place is, I'd say I wasn't far off the mark. Despite its surface layer of majesty, walking around inside, it feels more like a hollowed-out ruin.
I say we follow after that boat. If we're lucky, it might be in the mood to give us some answers. I've seen ghost towns that were more alive than this city. Where the hell did all the Dahnans and Renans go? Shionne. There's nobody here either. Looks like the only building up ahead is the castle.
No good. It's a dead end.
I don't relish our chances climbing. Or breaking through, for that matter.
And yet, this seems to be the only way inside. Take a look around. There must be a switch or something to...
What? What is it this time?
Look! Over there!
Alphen!
Astral energy? But then... that means...
Snap out of it! Can't you see what's happening? You're being deceived! Please stop! You'll die!
Damn it!
Bull Run is killing you! You need to run! Please, get off the boat!
What just happened?
We're being summoned.
Summoned? By that murdering monster?
It's all a demonstration designed to provoke. To prove to us, no, to Alphen, just what he's capable of.
Kidnapping Shionne. Killing all those people. If it's just me he's after, then why hurt them? Why do all this just to get at me? You hear me, Volron? Answer me!
Alphen, this is not your fault. Don't give this to him.
I know. And I won't. My hands are stained with blood. But even so, if we're going to stop that bastard, then I need to keep going. Let's move.
Damn it.
How awful. All of those people in the boats. Do you think they had any idea what was going to happen to them?
They did a damn good job of concealing it if they did. You ask me, the only thing on their mind was following orders.
And I bet I can guess who from. Volron.
The only thing they knew was mindless oppression right to the very end. What kind of purpose is that? Living only to die at your master's whim?
Being a slave means having your whole life stolen from you. In the worst cases, quite literally. That bastard will get what's coming to him. I'll see to it he does.
Is this what I think it is? Those people, they were all...
He's sick. Sick and deranged.
Remember this well. This is the true face of who we're up against.
Still, if it's not fruits of Helgen he's using, then how do you think Volron goes about controlling all of them?
They didn't look like they'd been threatened, but they didn't look like they understood anything either.
It could be something else, like a potion perhaps, but frankly I doubt it.
But that would mean they're following Volron out of choice? But why?
Nothing bolsters a despot's authority more than loyalty. Loyalty is advantageous for any ruler. For Volron, it means acolytes willing to give their lives for him. As for whether they did it willingly or not, I'd say they're merely puppets dancing to their master's tune.
But to the point where they'd give up their own life force? Is that even possible?
You just saw it for yourself. And think back to when I was your lord. If I'd asked you to sacrifice yourself for some cause, would you have?
Dohalim.
My apologies. My words got away from me again.
No, you're absolutely right. The only difference being that you never demanded such a thing. You wouldn't.
All lords are masters in the art of manipulating their subjects' hearts, whether they use fear, torture, or various other methods. The outcome is the same.
Fear.
No wonder there's no remaining signs of a resistance force in this place.
Shionne! Wait! Something's not right.
Everyone. They're gone. And I'm all alone. It's dark. Please help me.
Shionne,
It's so dark. Everyone.
we came to save you. It's okay now.
And I'm all alone. It's dark. Please help me. No.
Shionne?
Lies.
Thorns! This situation just got prickly.
There is immense dark astral energy here, far too potent to be the work of a single individual. It's possible Volron's manipulating her, but we cannot tell from this far away. We need to be much closer.
Only to do that, first we need to get rid of the storm. So we fight fire with fire! Unless you have a better idea.
Eagle!
Alone. I'm all alone.
Shionne!
I can't die. But I also can't live.
Shionne! Shionne! We're coming for you! Won't let you down this time. Anger you. It's nothing compared to what you're going through. I won't let you go again. I can take whatever you give me. So please, open your eyes. Shionne!
Leave the charges to me!
Illuminate the dark!
Stay below!
Holy glimmer! Holy land!
Megasonic thrust!
Here goes!
Resonate with the
None of your dreams!
Swallow dance! First speed!
That's enough! I'll run you through!
Let's see this! Swallow dance! Eagle dive!
Holy land!
Watch this!
Armor won't save you!
Destruction!
The thorns just keep growing back. If this keeps up, then...
Please wake up, Shionne! Come back to us! I'm alone. Alone? I'm completely alone.
You're wrong.
Alphen!
She thinks we left her all alone. She can't see us or hear us. All of this. It's because I pulled away from you. Because I couldn't hold on to you. Shionne. But you're not alone anymore. Law's here. And Rinwell too. Kisara. And Dohaling. And so am I. give up on us. We will bear your thorns together. I swear it. Shionne.
How many times do I have to tell you? Not to be so careless.
There is no more time for us to rest.
Let us finish this. I entrust this blade to you once more.
Let's go. Volron is waiting.
Hey, Alphen?
What is it?
While I was away, what did you do?
I missed you.
Alphen. But after what happened because of me...
I got a glimpse of the real you. It was worth it. You could say the pain is some kind of reward.
Some reward. You sure all that hurt hasn't done something to your head, too?
Hey now.
Is it just me, or are they...
It's been a while. They're just happy to see each other.
I know. I mean, it's fine.
We all express ourselves in different ways. Leave them be.
They should get a room.
She...
So, the Sovereign, the Renas Alma, the fate of Lenegis 300 years ago? Yes. That is a lot to take in, isn't it? I never realized the weight of the burden you were carrying.
I could say the same.
The person you kept mistaking me for. It was Naori, wasn't it? So, what do you think? Could I be her descendant?
It seems likely. You two do look very similar.
Kidnapping Shionne, mistreating slaves, and who knows what other terrible deeds. Seriously? These so-called lords just think they can do whatever they like.
I am deeply ashamed to be one of their kind.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't mean you, Dohalim.
Do you think Volron could have been behind what just happened with Shionne's thorns?
I'm not sure. If it was bait he needed, kidnapping her should have sufficed. Perhaps he had some other purpose in mind.
Her thorns aside, as a hostage, surely it would have made more sense to keep her close at hand. So why did he leave her unguarded?
If getting rid of Alphen was Volron's only priority, then he could have ambushed us directly. It's not as if he lacked the power. He chose not to, which means he's toying with us, prolonging Alphen's suffering as much as he can.
But why? What does Volron specifically have against Alphen? Is it because he's leading the Dahnan rebellion?
Possibly. But try to see it from Volron's perspective. He'd do anything to win the crown contest, correct? Knowing that the true sovereign already exists somewhere is bound to ruffle his feathers. Have your paths crossed before, Alphen?
Only when I've been with you guys.
In the end, we just find more mysteries.
What isn't a mystery is how badly we're gonna beat this creep up once we find him.
What a simple and straightforward person you are, Law. Those things that came out of Shionne...
Way to give us a heart attack. I wasn't sure how that was gonna pan out for a while there.
I'm just glad everyone's safe. Really glad.
What about you, Shionne? How are you feeling? He didn't do anything to you, did he?
The last thing I remember is being back on the ship. Back then. Seeing Alphen's pain return to him the moment he touched me. It brought me back to my childhood. The fear in people's eyes whenever they were around me. And the next thing I knew, darkness was welling up inside me. It was smothering me. I couldn't see anything anymore. I was all alone.
Shionne...
You're okay now. You're safe, Shionne. We're here with you. You're not alone any longer.
Thank you. Must be Volron's Imperial Guard.
They don't seem to be keeping lookout. More like they're waiting.
Oh well, the royal welcome was nice while it lasted.
Time to get our fists dirty, huh?
Wait, we don't have a plan!
As far as Law's concerned, this is the plan. Let's go!
Open your... eyes! This blind loyalty is just another form of slavery.
Glory be to Volron!
That's useless. They're brainwashed. Just like the Dahnan puppets we've dealt with outside.
Not today!
What's this? Glimmer Dragon!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! You're wide open! Eagle Fly! Freaking does it! Eagle Fly! Now you see what I can do!
I'm out of arrows!
Not on my watch! Eagle Fly!
Coming through! Ha! Mount! Scarlet Inferno! You picked the wrong fight!
Rip and tear! Eagle Fly! Nothing gets by me!
Get toasty!
Burn Strike! You're right open!
Let me help.
Rip and tear! Sonic Thrust!
Magic is
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Well, that didn't feel great. Those soldiers were just like the slaves, driven by a warped sense of loyalty.
Yeah, that was just about as hollow a victory as they come.
It's strange. I always thought loyalty was one of the greatest virtues out there. Now I'm not so sure. Is it simply a question of where your loyalties lie? Or is it fealty itself that's the problem?
Maybe it only becomes a problem the moment you stop thinking for yourself.
So if we defeat Volran, you think they might learn to think independently again?
Actually, no. Never mind. This isn't the time. We can worry about that after we finish the task at hand and defeat Volran.
As expected, Volran's elite guards are quite formidable. Their equipment and training far exceed those of any foot soldier.
Looks like trouble with a capital T in a bind. We got this! Wither Dragon! I can carve through armor! Tower Hurricane! Glimmer Dragon! To be let free! Radiant Light! Force of regeneration! Where are you going? I can carve through armor. I'm on a roll now. The enemy will
Instant astral energy!
Say no more!
You hear it now! Glimmer Dragon! Demon Fang! Dragon Shout! Eagle's Eye! Dragon Shout!
In an instant!
Impact Claw!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
With such a huge area to search, where should we even begin?
I believe the largest, tallest structure would be best.
So where is he?
There's no sign of him here, so I can only assume he's waiting for us in his throne room.
What's with all the fake suspense? Why doesn't he just come out and face us?
I'll say. It's not like he's had any problem doing that in the past.
This is all one big game to him. He's probably savoring every last moment.
Like a Zoogle toying with its food before the kill. No wonder he doesn't have any friends.
This is all just a ploy to weaken his prey, wearing us down before the final ambush. It's all too well orchestrated to be anything else.
Alphen?
I'm fine. Once we defeat Volran, the final Master Core will be ours. With that, we can create the Renas Alma and finally put an end to this whole nightmare.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
We're on a roll now! Eagle's Eye!
These ones can throw rings around us!
This one's fly!
Far enough!
Now!
Don't leave! Hey! Blow them away! I'm just getting started! I can carve through armor! Take this! Summon Dig!
Now!
Demons descend! Flashing Fang! You're wide open! Here I come! Eagle Dragon Shout! Burn in hell!
Yeah! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
With this, I can become even stronger.
A grandiose castle for a grandiose city. He really didn't cut any corners.
They're certainly akin to each other, and yet I'd say the castle seems even more reflective of its owner's personality.
In what way?
It feels overbearing, tyrannical almost, but more than anything, merciless. As if any pretense to ease of living was sacrificed in favor of sending a message, one of domination and a thirst for total power. In other words, the perfect domicile for our power-crazed foe.
That's why he let us in. It's precisely the message he wanted to convey. Almost like he's mocking us.
That bastard's in the mood to play? We'll see who's laughing once we've taken him down a peg or two. Is it just me, or is the blazing sword burning even more brightly than before?
Yeah, as if the astral energy within it has become more powerful somehow.
It would appear Alphen has learned to harness his sovereign abilities to even greater effect.
Is that true, Alphen?
I'm not sure. I don't think I'm doing anything differently.
You're not. It's proof of your strengthened bond with Shionne. No further explanations needed.
Oh man, for real? Nice!
Is that true?
How am I supposed to know?
Fat lot of good the two of you are.
I may have a theory or two I could offer.
Yeah, no. I think we're good.
Now that you mention it, though, I guess I have noticed a change. It's like there isn't as much resistance when energy's being siphoned from my master core.
Aha! So it is a bond thing! Aw, you guys!
Wait, what about your hand? That thing practically used to give you third-degree burns every time you wielded it, right?
Kisara's got a point. And if it's gotten even hotter since then...
I won't lie. The searing heat and pain are almost unbearable. Almost. When I'm fighting, I'm somehow able to endure it. It's like the sword becomes part of me or something. Like I can feel it pulsing through my chest. I can't describe it.
In other words, your heart burns with a flame more powerful than even that of the sword. Fascinating.
Yeah, take it from our resident poet laureate.
Is the path being pulled up like some kind of drawbridge?
I'm guessing there's no way to kick it back down, huh?
Most likely, it's connected to a control apparatus of some sort. I suggest we search around and see what we uncover.
It'll take more than this to stop us.
Perhaps they were trying to exhaust us?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Your wings won't save you from me!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for you
Now let's see what I can do! Eagle Drive! Eagle! Talon, that frickin' does it! Rocket go!
Raging team! Handle it! Feel! That's my cue!
Far enough!
Shut him down!
I'm on a roll now!
The waters of creep!
Eagle Drive!
What is this?
Hey, you okay?
I can still...
Hey! Blow them away! You're wide open!
Raging storm!
Hey, never miss! Now you see what I can do!
Now! It's over! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Quiver Dragon! Eagle Drive! Dragon Shoot!
Lightning Bedankt! Glacial steel! Pierce eliminate the dark!
You picked the wrong fight!
Swallow Dance!
Here I come!
Handle it!
Thanks!
Eagle
Rising
Denied!
Phoenix!
That's one more! Take this!
Thunder Shield! Purge Millennium! Arcane Waterfall!
Rapid Tear! Eagle Drive!
It's over! Finish it! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
I need to be stronger.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
Hey, Shionne? Do you, you know...
What is it?
Do you remember that conversation we had after Almadria... You know... If you hadn't given me that advice that day...
Get lost!
Let the marksman handle it.
I
can
that's
carve
a
through
wielding
it.
sword. Now I've seen everything.
Watch this.
We got fire!
I've got crazy. Let a marksman handle it.
An astral arch? All
That's
yours!
like you.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone. Too slow. Eagle Fly.
Damn it! It's too fast! Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Lightning to death.
Swallow dance.
I can do this all day.
I'm on it.
Do it. Astral energy.
Say no more.
Too slow. Burn in hell. Thank you.
Holy land.
Take
Raging
this.
cascade.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Anything in order is all mine. Swallow dance.
Holy land.
Thank you. Eagle Fly.
Raging cascade.
Can't get out of this.
In here.
Do it.
Kisara, I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your run.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Not today!
Ready.
Rip and tear.
Eagle
Sword Alpha. Now I'm in the groove. Eagle Fly. I'm trying
Handle this. I never miss.
Eagle Fly. Shattering the pieces. Attack time. Thank you. Leap Trinity.
Astral energy. Full throttle.
Too slow. Eagle Fly. Armor won't save you.
Be still!
Swallow dance.
The flame inside me dares to be let free!
Rising
Now.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Glory to Volra!
Talon Hurricane!
Here's evil.
Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal!
Flying free! If they touch it still, then
Eater! Be my guest!
watch this! I can carve through armor!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see them.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Rip and tear!
Where are you going?
Watch this! Take Bolero!
You're mine.
Rising River! Glimmer Dragon! Demon Dragon Shout!
Chinese super ready. Annihilation. Not on my watch.
Shattering the pieces!
Now, get toasty.
Burn Strike!
Fear intensive.
Let me see what I can do!
Raging
Nothing
cascade.
gets by me! Rip and tear! Eagle Fly!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Seems about right to me.
You're so strong, Shionne. Even after everything you've been through.
I wouldn't say... I have a bad feeling about this.
Far enough!
No further!
Lightning raging cascade.
Swallow dance!
Now, here, let me help.
Eagle Dive! Dragon Shout! All finish you here! All good things!
Raging cascade. This one's mine. I'll be bleeding. I'll heal you all.
That frickin' does it! Shattering the pieces! Ignite! I can carve through armor! Now I'm in the groove! I'll finish you here!
You require help.
No further!
I can carve through all its reeling.
Take it down!
Swallow dance.
Can't get
Just getting started. Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno.
back into the trap! Do it!
Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade. You're wide open. Eagle Fly. I'm just getting started. Eagle Fly.
Sky is mine!
Swallow Dance.
I'm only getting started!
Swallow Blade.
I'm
That
all
freaking
fucked
does
up.
it.
We
It's Double Demon Fang. No further. Anything in armor is all mine. Take Bolero.
Lightning Orb!
Demon Fang. Now I'm in the groove. Ready to go.
Holy Glimmer! Holy Land! Arch Seal!
You shouldn't have messed with me. This one's mine.
Now confiscated!
Far enough.
Take down! I'm only getting lightning!
Glimmer coming.
I'm out of air!
I'm just getting started.
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Rising Wyvern. I'm just getting started.
Another Lightning Orb!
Anything in armor is all mine. Take Bolero. Double Demon Fang. It's time. This one's mine.
I'm ready!
Eagle Fly. Take
This
this.
one's mine!
You escape. Take this. You're
Do
finished.
it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
With this, I can become even stronger! Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle? Little help!
Did you hear it now?
Here's a healing arc!
Coming far enough. You're done.
Illuminate the
I can
sun!
carve through armor.
Holy Glimmer!
The enemy wields arms too.
We'll soon see about that!
This one's all mine. Take
I'm only getting
Bolero.
started!
Eagle Fly. Rising up.
Not in your dreams!
Talon
Here's a
Hurricane.
healing arc!
Ribbon Tag. Eagle Dive. Let's freaking do this. It's time. Do it. Eagle Dive.
Illuminate the sun!
I felt fine not too long ago. To be let free. Now, in a bind. Anything in armor is all mine. I can carve through armor.
It's in the sky!
That freaking does it.
Shining supernova!
Hurricane.
Here, let me help you! Here!
Talon Hurricane.
Creation magic and
Eagle Fly. I'm on a roll now.
illuminate the direction!
Take Bolero. Do it. Hey, blow them away.
I need to be stronger.
By the way, I wanted to say sorry for attacking you when we first met.
Fret not. If nothing else, it made our encounter.
Let's dispose of the trash.
In the groove!
The enemy moves ours too.
We'll soon see about that!
Armor won't save you! Prepare to be sealed! In a bind?
Glacial steel! Pierce evil!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I'm ready!
Swirl Blade! Hurricane! Destroy the dragon! Dragon Shell!
There! Go!
Swallow Blade!
Do it!
Take! Blow them away!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Thus our strength yet grows.
Hey, look at that enemy! It's shining!
Brace yourself!
Will this help?
This one's tough!
Circle!
That is the spot! Dragon Shell! Now I'm in!
Your wings won't save you from me!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Ignite! Now in the groove! Take this! Rip and tear! Eagle Fly! Dragon Shell! Dragon Shell! Eagle Fly! Prepare to be sealed!
Let me help!
In a bind?
The enemy wields ours too.
We'll soon see about that!
Glimmer Dragon! Alphen, watch it! Eagle Fly! Dragon Shell! Dragon Shell! To be let free! Armor won't save you! Now in the groove! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Damn! To be let free! Eagle Fly!
Spear! Here's evil!
I'm on a roll now!
Freeze Laser! Illuminate the
Fear throbs through the
No further! I owe you one! Eagle Fly! I'm just getting started! I can carve through all! Talon Freaking does it! Water Dragon! Eagle Fly! Dragon Shell!
Raging Storm!
I'll finish you here and now!
Dance in the wind!
Not today! Dragon Shell!
Here you are!
Not on my watch! Talon Hurricane! Glimmer Dragon! Nothing gets by me! Ribbon Fire!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
Hey, didn't we come through here earlier?
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know where we are anymore.
Get lost!
Far enough! Ready
I
and
never
ready.
miss!
Eagle Fly!
Thunder Shield!
Now you see what I can do!
Duel of the Arts!
You require
Watch it! Calling hurricane! Flying spree! Why can't they just sit still?
Shionne, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Oh! Now I'm real mad! Burn in hell! Calling hurricane! Rip and tear! Eagle's going on a roll now!
No further.
Rage out! Slash! Demon Blade! All cities in here and now! Dragon Shout! Eagle Dive! Calling hurricane! Rip and tear! Glimmer Dragon! I'm just getting started! Eternal devastation! First strike! Nothing gets by me! Now you see what I can do! The flame inside was yours to be let free! Shionne!
Get toasty!
Burn strike! Too slow! Rip and tear! I'm just getting started! This one's mine! Calling hurricane!
Where are you going?
Take your mind! Rising
Radiant here! Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Here's a healing arc!
Sonic Thrust! That's freaking coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! Here I come! I'm on! Here I come! In a bind? It's over! Hurricane! Glimmer Dragon! Rip and tear! Anything in armor is all mine!
Into the shadows! Lightning condemned! Illuminate the dead!
Now watch it!
Illuminate! I can't hear you forever!
Rip and tear! It's looking good! Dinner! Dragon Eater! Eagle Dive!
Thunderblade! Illuminate
Dragon Shout! Now
Now
I'm in the groove! Rip and tear!
Back into the fray!
Rising Wiper! You're finished! Calling hurricane!
Confiscated!
Rip and tear! Dragon Shout!
You require a hand.
By the power of water! I never miss!
I can carve through armor! That frickin' does it! Calling hurricane! Explosive ring! Glimmer Dragon! Rip it! I'll finish you here and now! Dragon Shout! Watch this! This one's mine! Dragon Shout! Eagle Dive! Calling hurricane! Can't get out of this! Glimmer Dragon! Rip and tear! You're mine! Dragon Shout! It's over! Denied!
Gemini Aqua!
Be still! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix
Cyclops!
With this, I can become even stronger! Forgive you!
Now you see what I can do!
Take that!
Now I'm in the Here we go again! Burn in hell! Dragon Shout! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down! Seal! Now!
Shionne!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Radiant light!
Too slow!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Another confiscated! Back into the
Rip and tear!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
There's always room for improvement. It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
One's mine.
I'll smash you! Deny! Eagle dive! Rip and tear! Dragon kill! Eat this!
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Holy land!
Eagles, come on a roll now!
This one's mine!
I'll smash you! I'll finish you here and now! Ready to go! Denied! In a bind? Eagle dive! Dragon form!
Not in your dream.
Rip and tear! Dragon kill! Eagle dive!
Finish this!
Alphen!
Look sharp!
Lightning tiger blade!
Well, am I improving?
Tremendously. The speed and precision of your aim is simply unmatched.
I had no idea you were watching me so closely.
What is this place?
Look! Over there! Looks like there's no backing out now.
Ah, the old roaring beast welcome, eh? No class.
Look sharp, everyone.
Volron rolling out the red carpet.
Yeah, some hospitality.
Can we all concentrate on fighting this thing?
Take this! Armor won't save you! Hit a word! Eagle dive! I'm just getting started!
Lightning orb!
That's the spot! I really owe you.
Ready to go! In here! More corruption!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that!
Roll now! Dragon shell!
Grind and rend! Where are you going?
Watch
Raise
this!
that game!
Ready and ready!
Clear dragon! To the shadows! It's weakened! Ready!
Eagle fly! Dragon take this! Rip and tear! Dragon shell! Eagle fly! Dragon shell! Eagle spear! Talon hurricane! Finish it! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade! Pierce through! Talon hurricane! Watch this!
Illuminate this! There's something in the tower!
Hey! You didn't ask for a replacement! Watch it!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind it.
Not got it! I'll leave it to you!
Deny! Eagle fly! Dragon! Eagle's on a roll now! Talon hurricane! Now you see what I can. I'll finish you here and now! It's time!
Demon Fang!
No further!
Double Demon Fang!
Eagle fly!
Raging storm!
That's where you done it!
Here goes! Hear me! Raging storm!
What is this?
Hey, you okay?
I can still do this! This one's all mine!
Will this help?
You picked the wrong
Talon
fight!
hurricane!
Not in your
Eagle Dive!
Healing
Flash
blood,
it down!
excellent!
I'm just getting I'll smash you!
Thunderblade!
I really owe you one. Dragon Shout! I'll finish you here and now! While it's reeling!
Take it down!
Sonic Thrust! Take Sonic Thrust!
Annihilation!
I'm on it! I'm ready!
Illuminate the dark!
Talon Horror!
Holy Glimmer! Into the Holy Land!
Take Swallow! Swallow Blade! Do it! Not today!
Lunar Blast!
Eat this!
Light Master
Prepare to
Dance
be
in the wind!
sealed! Sharpless Divine! Dragon Dragon! Eagle Fly! Take this! Now you see what I can do! Flash!
This one's mine!
Talon Hurricane!
I can do this all
Rip and
day!
tear! Sonic Eagle Fly!
Here, let me
Total
help!
Demon Fang! Rising Water!
Here, lightning condemned!
Not today! I'm on a roll now! Dragon Shout!
Holy!
You shouldn't have messed with me! Talon be still! Not my fighting! You'll pay for that! Watch it! I've let you all down. Rising Rocket!
Eagle
Fly!
getting
Dragon
started!
Shout! Eagle! Watch that frickin' does it!
Raging
Sonic Thrust! Rip and tear!
Light
Eagle
Master
Blade!
Raging
It's time! Dragon can't get out of this! It's go time! I can carve through armor! Rising Wyvern! Tear! Take
I'm almost impressed!
High praise coming from you.
I said almost. Don't get carried away.
Eat dirt! Swallow dance! Dragon form! Sonic
Where are
roll
you
now!
going?
Take Bolero! Blended flash! Eagle, watch this! Take this! Eagle dive! Sword Ring Alpha! Eternal burst! Shattering! That frickin' does it! Take Bolero! Shockwave!
Alright! Down! Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Too slow!
That's one of them taken care of.
Should make things easier at least.
Rip and tear! Glimmer! Now I'm in the groove! That frickin' does it! Thanks!
Wind Accelerator's Raging Cascade!
In a vine?
Wait, something's happening.
They fused together? Rising Wyvern!
And became worse by the looks of it.
Is this its true form?
Demon Fang! Glimmer Blade! Take this! Just getting Glimmer Dragon! Watch this! Swallow Blade! Dragon Shout! Rising Wyvern! Moved up! Here we go again!
Light Astral Energy!
Let
the marksman handle this. Where are you going? Malevolent!
Glimmer Dragon! Glimmer Dragon! Eagles, watch this! Lost my focus! Swallow dance! Burn! Shattering pieces! Attack time! Take away! Demon Fang! That can't get out of this! I'll finish you here and now! Win! Lunar Rondo! Sword Spear! You're on!
Wind Astral Energy!
Demon Fang!
Lunar Corruption! Light
Eagle
Astral
Fang! Devastation!
Thunderblade! Take it!
Here!
Graviton Field!
Shattering pieces! Attack time!
Go with your attack!
Eat dirt!
Hurricane! I'm out of ammo!
Watch this!
Take Lightning Orb!
Demon Fang! I'll finish you here and now!
Dance in the wind!
All good things come to an end!
I never miss! Light Astral Raging Cascade!
Glimmer Dragon!
Sleep now!
No further!
Here, let me help!
Glimmer Dragon!
I owe you one.
Photon Blast!
Eagle Fly! And I'll smash slow dance! You're mine!
Now I'm in the groove!
Move away! Stop! Stay below!
Now! Kisara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
We did it. Everyone hanging in there?
Just about. Though if we have to waste our energy on many more like that, I don't fancy our chances against Volron. We gotta try to conserve.
That sound again.
You must be worried we'll have a change of heart. He's certainly pulling out all the stops.
Alphen, I know it's hard, but we have to stay focused on moving forward.
I know.
Are you doing okay, Shionne?
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
We don't know what else Volron's got up his sleeve. Be careful, all right?
I'll go check and see if the coast is clear.
What is it?
Oh, it's nothing. Just wondering what that was all about.
Huh?
It's just, you don't think Shionne is acting kinda weird around Alphen, do you?
Like standoffish weird? Isn't she always like that?
No, not that. I mean, since we rescued her.
Then I guess. Maybe it's the identical ancestor thing.
Maybe. I guess that could be it.
You sure you're not reading into it? What? What'd I say?
Nothing. Just forget it.
I can never win with you. You know that?
I wonder if we're getting any closer to finding Volron.
I sure hope so.
We'll find him. And when we do, there'll be hell to pay.
Hey, Kisara. Have you noticed how Shionne...
Seems to be grappling with something all by herself?
Yeah. She's been acting differently around us ever since we rescued her. The same towards Alphen, too. Now that Alphen's regained his memories and his sense of pain, maybe she's become more self-conscious that she still has her thorns. In which case, it makes sense that she'd be feeling out of sorts. But I can't help but think there's something else, too.
You're wondering if there's anything you can do to help her.
Shionne said something to me once. Something that helped me move forward. So I'd like to return the favor and do that for her too. The only problem is, even if I did have the chance to talk to her, I don't know what I could say that would help.
Shionne's dealing with a lot right now. Maybe more than she can handle. Trying to unravel the threads of her own worries, that's challenge enough itself. Not to mention that trying to wade in blindly would probably end up making things even worse than they already are.
But how do we help her then?
For the time being, I think all we can do is be patient and keep an eye on her. That way, when she's finally ready to let us in, we'll be right there to lend her a shoulder.
I hope you're right.
So if Volron is the Lord of the Water Realm, then it's probably safe to say he has some water abilities tucked up his sleeve.
He and Alphen couldn't be any more different. It's like they were practically born to be rivals.
Looking back on it, in both of our previous encounters, he's only ever fought us with his sword. We haven't seen what else he's capable of.
And yet, even with only his blade, he still managed to overwhelm us. He's a force to be reckoned with. That much is certain.
Yeah, that guy is seriously bad news.
It'll be okay, Hoodle. We'll get through this.
Shionne?
It's nothing. Let's keep moving.
This area's the grandest looking of the lot, and not a single soldier in sight.
So probably the place. This is it, everyone. We can't let Vholran treat people's lives like toys any longer. We need to put an end to his tyranny here and now. Everyone ready?
Ready.
We've come this far.
Without question.
I'm nervous, but I know what needs to be done.
We've come for you, Vholran!
Did you really come all this way, just so I could take you back over his dead body?
Bastard!
He dismissed them?
He must not think he needs them to defeat us.
Why have you been coming after me? Isn't it your ambition to become the winner of the crown contest?
My ambition, you say? I have no ambitions. Since the beginning, everything was mine to control. Everything, including your life. I'm happy to see you. What the hell's that supposed to mean? A lonely watery grave is all the burial you shall ever deserve. And yet, it wasn't without regret that I watched you sink beneath those waves. Now, I get to savor carving the life of your body myself. So all this, kidnapping Shionne, sacrificing those people, was all just for your own sick satisfaction? To help pass the time? I would not expect you to understand the tedium that absolute power lays upon you. I've had it with your mad ramblings. I'm here to take you down, Vholran, and free those you've enslaved! Very well. I shall look forward to fashioning my throne from the remains of your existence. Today you will die at my hand, and I shall bask in your final desperate pleas. Well, I look forward to disappointing you.
Where are you going?
All good things come to an end.
Rip him in half!
Take this!
Here, let me help. First aid!
Now I'm in the
Win! Devastation! Eagle fly!
Take
Here I
this!
come!
Take this! No further!
Place of fear! Here goes!
How about some of this?
Anything in armor is all
Armor won't save! I'll finish you here and now!
Talon Hurricane! This one's all mine!
In here!
Enjoy.
I'll be saving this one!
This is over.
Eat dirt! Eagle fly! Rising Wyvern! Swallow Dance!
In here! I'll be saving this one!
Now I'm in the groove!
Take that.
Take this!
Can't get out of this!
Take this.
This one's mine!
He just won't stay still!
If you can draw his attention, I'll pin him down.
I really know you were ready and raring! Armor won't save you!
The flame inside deserves to be let free! I'm ready!
Kitara frozen!
Hammer! Eat this! Rising Wyvern!
Raging! What's he planning?
Now this is
This looks
enjoyable.
bad. We've got to stop him.
Castle!
Now we're
Rising
never.
Falcon!
Fool. Take this.
Glacial skill in a bind!
Rising Wyvern!
Entertain. Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying just yet.
Eyes on the ground! Here it comes!
Damn it! Don't take your attention off him either!
Eat dirt!
Eagle
Fly! Dragon Phoenix!
This one's mine.
Eagle cut ready! This should do it!
Take this! I'll smash you!
You require a hand.
Take this.
Shockwave Fly! Now!
This!
Did we get him?
He's open!
Rising Wyvern! Let's go! Glimmer Dragon! Eagle Fly! Rising Falcon!
Not on my watch.
Howling Hurricane! Dragon Swarm! Glimmer! I'm just getting started! Dragon Shell!
Far enough.
Eagle Fly! Howling Hurricane! Double Demon!
Here it goes.
Devastation!
Dance in the wind. Here's a healing arm.
Time to let it rip! Demon Fang! Double Demon Hurricane!
The enemy heals on
You'll soon see about that.
No further!
Double Demon Fang! The flaming dark to be let free!
I can carve through armor!
Too much to handle?
Rising Armor!
There. Just like that.
Dance in the wind.
Rip and
Here.
tear!
Rising Armor!
Roll now!
Now this
I'll
is
be
enjoyable.
safe.
Take this.
Eat dirt. This one's mine. Freeze
That's
Lancer.
far enough.
This freaking does it!
Glimmer Dragon! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Shell!
Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying.
Armor won't save you!
You require a hand.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Got him! It's all over. Volron. Now put an end to that death procession you're holding outside. Right now! You think this is over? What? Who do you think you are?
No, that's... How can this be? If Alphen's the Sovereign, how is it possible that Volron has that crest as well?
And
If Volron's the sovereign, then what was the point of the crown contest?
After everything we've witnessed, it would seem the whole thing is a ruse.
Bow before your sovereign.
What the hell are you?
How sweet your ignorance must be. You resent not being the only sovereign.
That's why you're after me, isn't it?
There is that, I'll admit. But your grandest sin was unveiling your strength.
Sin? You use people as playthings. What right have you to speak of sin?
Sin is for the weak. The powerful care only for domination.
We never asked to rule. No one did.
What do I care? Your wants. You are but a mote of dust in the light.
Alphen!
Through taking orders from tyrants. No further. Rising Wardragon out of my sight. Rising Wardragon to be let free.
I'm just getting started.
Now,
Eagle Dahnan!
Take this.
I can carve through one!
Not on my watch!
Dragon form! Try this! Run into the You're mine! Out of devastation! You're mine! Amazing lightning! Severing wind!
More where that came from! Healing circle!
Destruction!
In a bind?
Impudence!
Shattering the pieces! Attack! Now you see what I can do!
Dragon form! Unleash life today!
This one's mine!
Suffering Sliver Dragon!
Here goes! Confiscating!
Talon Hurricane!
Slash!
Glimmer
Demon
Dragon!
Fang!
Hear me!
Double
Evil
Storm!
Dahnan!
Bow before me!
Breaking storm!
Unleash lightning!
Here's a healing arm!
Shadow Slash! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Talon Hurricane! That frickin' does it!
Now or never.
In here!
Glacial Spear!
Here's the eagle!
Rising
Talon
Fang!
Hurricane! It's all mine!
Get toasty!
Burn Strike! Know
heal
your
you all.
place! You're mine!
Lightning
It's
orb!
over!
More with that healing orb!
Kneel before your sovereign!
Eagle
Stay
Dahnan!
alive.
All mine!
I'll flip you up!
Glimmer Dragon!
I owe you one.
Eagle Dahnan! What's this?
Your life will end here!
Glimmer Dragon!
He's about to attack!
Him! We need to stop him!
You're mine! I am the true sovereign! All others shall be banished! Lunarongo! Physics Spear!
Too slow! Talon Hurricane!
I'll heal you all! This one's mine! Could this be the true power of a sovereign?
What is this?
Healing
I shall erase you!
Confiscating!
Leave the target to me! I can carve through armor! Talon Hurricane! It was nice while it lasted.
Lunar corruption!
Take the giant
Rocket!
Mega ray!
Talon Hurricane!
Eagle
Dahnan!
Holy wind!
before me! Here I am, the flaming sun of fury! I shall be the ruler of all things!
Healing art!
What's this? Eagle Dahnan!
Dragon
Talon
Swarm!
Hurricane!
Glacial spear! Here's the eagle!
Accept your fate!
Can't get out of this!
Gale Glimmer!
I'm just getting started!
I'll heal you all!
Dragon
Wind
Shell!
Astrolabe! I can't heal you forever! Here goes!
Giant ready!
Lightning orb!
That's enough!
Lunar corruption!
First strike!
Raging storm!
Freaking does it!
Tunnel! Light Astrolabe! Ready!
Megasonic lightning!
Not my finest.
You pay for that!
Here's a healing arm!
You're wide open! Burn! Talon Hurricane! Kneel before your sovereign!
Healing
Witness care!
I owe you one.
I'm just
Freeze Lancer! I can do this
Your
all
life will
day!
end here!
Dragon
Demon Fang!
Leather Ray! More for the stockpile!
Demon Fang! First strike! Brutal! All others shall be banished! Witness care! Severing wind!
All good things come to an end.
Radiant Spear!
Almost! You're wide open!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
What do you think you can do? This guy's still standing?
Victor! Rogue! Everything rightfully belongs to me! I have seized the powers, moves over and crushes those who fall in his feet! You are next!
Is it over?
Yeah, I think so. There. We finally collected all of the Master Cores. So what do we do now?
It is said that bringing all the Master Cores together in one place should form the Renas Alma.
So, now we put Shionne's with the rest.
With that, we can finally free her of her thorns.
What's going on? Are we missing something?
We can't be. So why isn't it?
Alphen! Behind you!
Shionne, are you the maiden?
What is this? Why is this happening?
What the? The Master Course!
Is that darkness? A dark Master Core?
Renas Alma!
The Renas Alma. It's here.
What's going on? The Renas Alma's only supposed to consist of the 5 Dahnan elements.
What do you think you're doing?
She disappeared?
What in the world just happened?
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun.
気がつかずに僕は一人に